Hi, Grateful Gang. How you doing? How you doing? It's another week. Okay, so my little update for this week. Um, so just a reminder, recap. I set some goals this year. You know, I'ma look on my wall because I had to see. This is, I had labeled it at that time, my year of discipline. So my goals are to love God and people, heal completely, uh, work, be disciplined and flexible, and to get my joy back. Well, I can cross at least one of those things off. I got a job. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, ba-doo, sha-da-da-da, sha-da-da-da-da. Yay! So I'll be working remotely because that was the goal. Like I wanted a remote job. Really didn't feel comfortable like being in the office with people, and most of the jobs have gone. A lot of the jobs have gone remote anyway. Um, so grateful. It's with the Parks Department. Yay! Shout out for mommy and that hookup nepotism. Ow, 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 ow. I already know a lot of the people because I've worked for them twice before. In sort of a similar system, but it's a whole new like program that I'm gonna have to learn. And blah blah blah. So I'm excited about that. I just got fingerprinted, interviewed on Monday, fingerprinted yesterday, and just kind of waiting for my background check. Hopefully I'm not a criminal. I'm not. Don't worry. Okay. So I'm grateful for that. And the other goal, I've been, is to heal. In the journey of that healing process, I am not eating sugar. And I've been doing that for about a month, which means a little over a month and a week, about a month. And y'all, I had a scale last week. I did not know. Like, I was like, ooh, I'm getting small. And yeah, so I got on the scale. I lost 15 pounds. I don't know if I mentioned this last week or not. Maybe I did. I can't remember. But like, a whole 15. Maybe I said that last week. I cannot remember. All right. So like, and I had like all these clothes to give away because I couldn't fit them no more. But you best to bet I went back into that bag and snatched some of it back. It was like going shopping. Oh, it's great. I can fit them. What? Ha. Okay. Most of them, however, are going to be sold on Poshmark or given away. Today is March 10th, which it's interesting. Interesting little day for a lot of the members of my dad's side of the family. March 10th is the day my grandfather died, and then 7 years later to the date, my uncle died on March 10th from the same disease. So for a lot of the Fords, it's a tricky day. My granddaddy was the most amazing man on the face of the earth. It is his example that gives me hope for that species of, men. Human men, it's another species. He's the one who gives me hope for them. Just an amazing man of God. And a man's man. Showed up for everybody. Just really cool, hardworking, very mild-mannered. How did I get like this? Kind of guy. But I had a grandmother who was a maverick, so I did inherit it fairly. So anyway, today my brother is in Alaska, going dog sledding out in silence. And I need to call my cousin. Because this day tends to be like a kind of little weird, sad day for a lot of us. For me, however, it's not. I'm really grateful for his example and for the memories that I have with my grandfather. Just being this extreme, like low key, loving, acts of service kind of guy. Like, you know, Granddaddy gave you presents. He would show up someplace. You know what I'm saying? He would do stuff for you. Baby, why you going out like with your shoes looking like that? Come on, let me shine them shoes for you before you go to church. You can't go out the house looking like that. That was my grandfather. And it's interesting. They say time heals all wounds, but really it's what you do with the time that heals the wounds. And so I've decided to, you know, because you can get a lull in your life and blah, 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 blah. But I am committed to honoring my granddaddy and my Uncle Jimmy, who super cared for me, with my life, just like living the best life that I possibly can. Sometimes I have fallen short of that, and maybe more recently I have fallen short of that, but I want to get back on the bandwagon. So that is how I seek to honor my granddaddy and my uncle, who would call me up, hey niece, how you doing? It's you, Jimmy. I used to sign all his cards, you, Jimmy, instead of uncle. So he just took on the nomenclature, you, Jimmy. It's you, Jimmy. How you doing? Niece. So, and he used to come to, like, show up to all my performances and, like, just be super proud of me and encourage me. He's the one who, like, he lived in Germany for a while, and he helped me to sing in German. Like I could not pronounce you umlaut, and he taught me how to do it. Okay. Yes. Oh, a loving memory of my granddaddy is I had when I was in, this is gonna be long, I guess. When I was in 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, I had to interview an elder who was over 65 about their life. And one of the questions was, what is your biggest regret? And I will never forget this. I said, Granddaddy, what is your biggest regret? And he said that his biggest regret was he wished he had had more faith in God. I regret not trusting God in certain areas of his life. And to me, that just hit me. You know, I'm like 12, 13 years old, and that struck me. Like, you know, stuff be hitting me in my chest. So when he said that, I was like, wow, you know, he wished he had trusted God more. And to me, my granddaddy and my grandmother were rich. We couldn't say that out loud, right? But they were like hard working class family in America that you know made it to a certain area to live and had this kind of house and you know had several houses. My granddaddy owned several properties. And I was like, you wish you had trusted God more? Like, you thought you could have had more? He wished he had trusted. Like, what? And that always stuck with me. Like, this idea of, are you trusting God? So that is something that every now and then I think of. Actually, often I think of. Because it's like, are you trusting God in this moment? And sometimes yes, sometimes no. But it's always a point of correction. And so that's the kind of man my granddaddy was. So having that in mind with my new commitment to honor my ancestors with the way I live, I am facing my fear of this new job that scares me a little bit. You guys, I haven't worked in like, you know, like real work. Not that artistry and performing on stage is not real work. It totally is. Like, I spend most of my days practicing for rehearsal. Then I'm in rehearsal. Then depending on what's going on, I have shows that night. So like technically I may work technically for 3 hours a day, but the preparation for that is all day. You know, eating right, drinking gallons of water, exercising, all of those things, just to maintain my body for performances. So now it's like a whole new thing. Like I gotta learn this thing, and I've been like, I have to brush up on Excel, and there's this whole other system called. There's a couple other systems they're gonna teach me, so I do need to brush up on Excel. And so I've been afraid, like I've done everything else except for that. I have done some of it, but I'm gonna keep going because it like I haven't like you guys. What? When do a singer have to use Excel? Like, ask me for real, though. Like, when you gotta use it? Like, you ain't never gotta use it. Call me, do you have to use it for real? Like, Shauna, do you have to use it to sing for real? Like, I know sometimes you gotta brush up on it, but like, for real, though, do you like, when? So now I gotta, like, you guys, I haven't, like, I worked a job when I was in high school where I used Excel every day, and it was like, because I was in high school and I had just taken a computer class, so I was like, oh, I know this. So now I'm reviewing and everything feels like absolutely brand new. Like I never learned it. Like, what is this? And mind you, I was in high school 20 years ago, so everything's different. So keeping that commitment in mind, and the fact that, yeah, I just want to do a good job. I will just commit to keep going in the process, even though it scares me. Courage is the fuzzy feeling you have after you do the thing that scares you the most. So warm and fuzzies won't happen until after I learn these formulas. Okay. I'm funny to myself sometimes. Sorry, you guys, I'm a little silly. But yeah, that's where I am these days. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope all is well with you and your families, and that you have much to be grateful for, including this glorious weather. Like, I didn't really even need a jacket yesterday. Like, I had on like a blazer and a scarf, and I went walking out. I was at like Wheaton, and Max's Cafe looked like it was closed down. I'm a little sad about that, but that's okay. I can't eat it anyway. All right, guys. I'm rambling. I love you. Bye.